A total of 204 staff members at the Ideal Convention Centre Vaccination Centre in Shah Alam have tested positive for Covid-19. This as Malaysia recorded its highest ever number of new Covid-19 cases at 11,079, with roughly half of that coming from Selangor. The Health Ministry recently has been ramping up health screening and close contact tracing in areas under the enhanced MCO. According to Coordinating Minister of National Covid-19 Immunisation Programme Khairi Jamaluddin, all the positive staff at the IDCC have been isolated. He explains that 453 staff members, including volunteers at IDCC, had undergone mass screening on July 10th after 2 positive cases had been detected there. Of those workers, 88% or 400 have been vaccinated, while the remaining 12% have yet to be inoculated. Tests show that the positive cases have a low viral load and therefore advises all the vaccine recipients who went to IDCC from 4 p.m. on July 9th until July 12th to self-quarantine for 10 days to see if any symptoms develop. The IDCC PPV will be closed for 1 day in order to enable sanitization work to be carried out. On the flip side, Malaysia also recorded the highest daily vaccination rate of 421,479 doses on July 12th, where 264,034 were for those receiving their first jab, while 157,445 were for second doses. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin has also approved an allocation of 100 million for the outsourcing of health services in the Klang Valley. According to Health Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Adam Baba, the ministry has also added 1,190 health officers in Selangor, Kuala Lumpur and Negeri Sembilan. Carsome Group says it is acquiring 19.9% of Australia-listed ICar Asia from Catcher Group. Carsome and Catcher have also made a joint proposal to the independent directors of ICar Asia to acquire the balance of 80.1% from its shareholders. According to Carsome's statement, the entire transaction is estimated to be worth more than $200 million. Catcher will become a shareholder in Carsome in exchange for its ICar Asia shares. Carsome adds that the proposed integration with ICar Asia offers significant strengths, such as a target $1 billion revenue for 2021 and the largest automotive data set that has around 100,000 cars transaction annually with over 10 million monthly unique visitors. It will also allow for an expanded suite of solutions that will offer an end-to-end super app experience that covers the entire car buying and selling value chain. AirAsia Group share price fell more than 3% in morning trade following the news of its proposed rights issue of redeemable convertible unsecured Islamic debt securities to raise up to 1.02 billion ringgit. It eventually closed 5.7% down at 83.5 sen. In a boss filing yesterday, the airline proposed to undertake the exercise on the basis of 2 arquids with 1 free detachable warrant for every 6 AirAsia Group shares held. In a note today, TA Securities analyst Tan Kam Meng advises AirAsia Group shareholders to subscribe for their right securities and participate in its recovery. Tan says the airline's recovery post-pandemic can be fast and furious. According to him, the corporate exercise is critical to recapitalize AirAsia Group's balance sheet and keep the company afloat. MIDF Amana IB analyst Umar Fitri says that the price of 75 cents for each arquids, a discount to its current share price, is expected to encourage participation in the exercise. Umar says that MIDF speculates that the foremost concern of shareholders is on the company's survival and preparing for aviation recovery post-pandemic. Pelikan International Corp has decided to distribute a special dividend of 20 cents per share following the disposal of its logistics centre in Germany. In a boss filing, the stationery maker says it will allocate 120.6 million for the exercise, which is expected to take place within 6 months upon the completion of the planned sale. Pelikan's counter was the 3rd most actively traded stock on Bursa Malaysia today, closing 22% higher at 48 cents with over 190 million shares shares changing hands. To recap, on July 8, Pelikan announced that it had entered into a conditional sale and purchase agreement with HE4 Falcon C1 and HE4 Falcon C2 to sell the centre located in Straße den Einheit in Falkensee, Germany for 81 million euros. According to Pelikan, the group had received a total of 13 formal offers for the centre, ranging between 60 million and 86.1 million euros. Aside from the dividend payout, Pelikan is planning to use the bulk of the funds to pay debts, working capital, and for internal reorganisation. Bursa Malaysia issued an unusual market activity query to Genetec Technology over the recent spike in the company's share price and volume. In a filing, the boss asked Genetec to disclose any corporate development relating to the group's business and affairs that has not been previously announced, or any rumour, report or other possible explanation for the unusual movement in its stock. The assembly line provider saw its counter surge over the past month, gaining 394% since its close of RM3.76 on June 1st, 2021. Today, it closed RM1.88 or 11% up at RM18.58 with some 2.3 million shares traded. The spike in its share price followed an analyst report by CGS-CIMB dated June 28th, which highlighted Genetec's confidence that it can benefit from the growing worldwide demand for electric vehicles. CGS-CIMB says that while Genetec was loss-making in FY21, the company was confident that the worst is over and expects stronger results going forward, backed by a strong order book and relationships with global EV makers.